there it goes. Okay, so basically, just like, do you have any stories about how you started getting into cooking or your first experiences with it?
Well, I was interested in cooking because of my grandmother and my mother, because of foods that they made and the conversation around the table, why we ate the foods that they prepared. So that was at a young age. So I was checking out cookbooks in 5th grade and reading cookbooks. So yeah, so it was early for me. Yeah.
Was there a point when you realized that you wanted to do this as your occupation?
Yeah, probably 5th grade or so, 6th grade.
Did you go to school for it then?
I went to MATC here in Madison.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite type of like cuisine you like to cook, or just kind of?
I guess I'm heavily influenced by New Orleans style foods. Yeah, so Creoles and some Cajun stuff, but also, and then on the other side, I also like Ayurvedic cooking, where it's more of a healthy cooking. That's a big interest of mine as well.
How do you feel about New Orleans takeout?
I worked for New Orleans Takeout for several years.
I eat there like every day.
Do you?
Yeah.
Which is the one on Monroe Street?
Yeah, I live a block away.
I hired that guy when he was
really?
in high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What places have you worked at as a chef?
Well, New Orleans Takeout. I worked at the Holy Wisdom Monastery across the lake for like 9 years. I worked for in Oshkosh. I worked for a retirement home for Franciscan nuns. I'm trying to think now. And those are a few of the basic places. Yeah.
Those are all like really different. What is the environment like in the kitchen with all those different places?
Different
from here and like from.
We're working with nuns. Was very quiet.
Yeah.
Working with the nuns, very low key, very basic cooking, very meager. You don't throw anything away.
Oh, really? And they ask you to do that?
Yeah, oh yeah. They'll in fact, they even check in the garbage cans. They come in and peek and see if you're throwing food away. Especially the Franciscan nuns.
Yeah. Did that make your job like harder, not being able to throw anything away, or was it
not
just...
at all. No, actually, it's good to be conscious of what you're doing and conscious of if you're throwing food away. No, it was a good awareness for me.
Yeah.
Very good awareness.
It's good practice. Have you had a favorite place that you've worked at?
Probably the Holy Wisdom Monastery over in Middleton, because I had full control over the menu. They had a garden that came, so we had garden vegetables coming in throughout the summer. We did canning. That was nice.
What kind of ingredients do you get here? Do you still get a lot of local like ingredients? Or?
I'm not sure of where the ingredients come from here, because they come from the production kitchen.
Okay.
So yeah, that's not something. And I've only been here since September.
Okay.
So that's not something that has come up yet.
You said you had you got to be creative over there and kind of have put your own thing into the menu. It sounded like. Do you got to do that here at the other places you've worked at?
I don't get to do it here because things are basically because they want you to have the same menu thing here and go somewhere else and eat it and it'd be the same.
Okay.
So yeah, it's good to follow the recipes as closely as you can. Other places, some places allow you allow you to do that.
Yeah.
I've also worked at Clay Market Cafe in Cambridge, which is now since has closed. But I was the sous chef there, and that gave me that experience as well, as to create the certain specials, and I really enjoyed doing that.
So do you say it's a lot of follow the recipe stuff here? So do you interact with a lot of people? Are a lot of people putting everything into one plate, or is it kind of like each person does one thing?
There's 2 chefs here. And we have a sous chef, and then we have 2 working chefs, and I'm one of the working chefs. And we have people that do some other miscellaneous prep. I lost focus on your question.
Like interaction in the kitchen. Who do you interact with the most?
Everybody. And I love interacting with the student health. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun kitchen to work in. And I run things past the sous chef. He's the one who's in charge, so I run things past him. If I see a problem coming up, and I go to him and we talk about it, and we come up with a solution. Sometimes my answer is good, and sometimes his is good. But we work together on it.
Do you have any authority over the student chef, or like do the students cook too, or do they?
They do cook. The student cooks on the line. They do the burgers, and then work on the fryers, work on the flat tops. So they can't learn what to do unless I tell them. I mean, there's a teaching thing. So it's nice.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
Is there ever like joking around in the back, or is it like mostly like all business?
No, there's
all the time?
joking around. Yeah, it's
All right.
fun. I think work should be fun.
So is it definitely like a teamwork atmosphere back there?
Yes.
Okay.
It works better that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest thing necessary to be like a chef or a cook? Like biggest quality, or what do you look for in people you would hire?
Detail oriented, or is it more of a
Yeah, well, that's a good
creative or something
question.
like that?
Creative is good. Being open to different things, to doing things a certain way, but also being open to maybe change. Good question. I guess it's just the attitude of wanting just to love to cook. You know? That's the big thing. I mean, some people cook because they're just very mechanical about it, and some people cook with something that they really love to do, and you can tell the difference between those two, the end results in those two attitudes. So, I guess I would look for passion.
That's good. Do you still cook a lot on your own time since it's your job?
I don't really cook a lot at home.
Yeah. Did that change when it became a job for you, or?
It did change, yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to cook?
Everything to cook. Oh, I guess my cooking. I cook very simple. I like very simple ingredients. I like. I don't like real complicated dishes. I like things that have maybe one or two different herbs, maybe a couple, maybe like a lemon in it or something. Very basic cooking. Like maybe Mediterranean. Mediterranean's that way.
Do you ever have to make accommodations in the kitchen for like allergies? Like,
Yes.
does that happen a lot here, being in the dining halls with?
We have one
allergies?
student that's gluten free, so
Yeah.
we have to accommodate for that student. So we have gluten free products for him.
Oh, that's
So there's that conversation between